It was a tough weekend for Bitcoin, plummeting over the weekend, mirroring the broader market's decline. This morning, cryptocurrency right now is down as well. Bitcoin down about $2,935, as you can see. This is the lowest price since July of 2021 at $32,963, and it is half of the all-time high of over $67,000 back in November of last year. Joining me right now is Ava Labs President John Wu with a look. John, great to see you. What happened over the weekend, do you think, for Bitcoin?
It was a continuation of the risk off of all risky assets. We saw the NASDAQ down last Friday and very volatile week. And Bitcoin, I think it's down now, including today's pricing, a little bit more than 30% when the NASDAQ is down 25% with today's early morning movement. So for a single asset to be down 30-ish% is no fun, but beta adjusted, it's actually not that bad compared to a whole index, the NASDAQ being down close to 25%. In fact, there are plenty of high growth SaaS companies, other tech stocks that are down far more than this.
Yeah, the only problem is that there are broader questions. I mean, you've got Senator Elizabeth Warren, for example, questioning Fidelity and Fidelity's plan to allow retirement savers to put Bitcoin into the 401k. Calling it, quote, a risky and speculative gamble. I mean, if you've got lawmakers pushing back on getting Bitcoin into retirement plans, is that a red flag for the long-term viability here?
Well, for every lawmaker that has issues with this, and I think for Senator Warren, it's not just about Bitcoin. She sees this probably as a gateway to all crypto, the whole asset class. For every senator that is against this, there's another one like Tuberville from who's now trying to do a Financial Freedoms Act to protect this. And I think you and I were both in LA for the Milken conference. You saw the excitement between the enterprises and the financial services firms for this asset class. So I think putting it away from the access for 401ks is a bad move. I think Fidelity knows what's good. They have for their customers. And if they want to move into this, the greater question here we have to answer is, do you want government involvement or do you not want government involvement for the country?
Yeah, I think you make a great point. And, Milken's conference had a whole host of blockchain speakers and crypto speakers. And I would say the blockchain is a different story. I mean, that is very closely looked at as the growth story for financial services. But that's not a currency, right? I mean, let's talk about the difference. Bitcoin could drop in value, and blockchain could be the biggest growth story for business.
Oh, absolutely. You're 100% correct, Maria. In fact, I mean, no one's happy when the asset prices are down, let's be clear. And trading volumes are down. You'll see it in Coinbase's earnings in a couple of days. However, with that said, I have my boots to the ground as an operator. I see more and more talent coming into the space. A lot of development is happening. And frankly, with cost of capital going higher, you're going to emphasize quality development. And this cycle has happened many times in the crypto space where it's, what they call is a crypto winter, if you will. And every time there is a winter, the real innovators in the space continue to build. And then the next generation of applications are better than the previous. So no one's happy about the trading and the asset prices, but the innovation will continue.
Yeah, I would totally understand and agree with that. John, it's great to see you. I'm sorry I missed you at Milken. John Wu joining us this morning. We'll catch up soon, and we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, sir.